Good morning. Happy Friday. I love those two words. How about you? Hey, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. How you doing today? But first things first. Let's get started with this. Play it again. It was too low. Aha. With the time down ticker thingy, timer, whatever. I had more time to grab my coffee, so much less time now. Anyway, good morning. How are you? First of this cup, but not my first cup of the day. Hope that this live show finds everybody doing well. Got a number of things we're going to talk about, but I got a video clip for you. Hang out.
Hey, as you know, this is Jan because you're watching me live, but you're also watching this video clip. What am I doing? I'm reminding you to be so kind to please give the thumbs up to this video because YouTube really appreciates it. And if you're liking what you see, please give the thumbs up. And I also would like to thank you in advance for sharing this video. That's a very, very helpful thing for whomever may be interested in such subjects. I thank you very much.
Ping! Ping! Who remembers the reason that I ping at almost the end of every regular video? Anybody remember the reason? Probably my diehards remember this. If you know the answer to that, please share it in the comments right now, if you can. Why do I put a bell, ping, at the end of every single video? Well, let's say 89, 90%, okay? But there is a reason for it. Who knows the answer to that? Okay, we're going to get right to it. As I mentioned, we're going to talk about 5 setbacks to savings. We may have great intentions. We may really want to do the right thing when it comes to saving money, right? And that's what this channel is all about, saving money, time, sanity. And by the way, if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a veteran here, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you everyone who's viewing this, whether it's live or on replay. I thank you. But 5 setbacks to savings, going to go right to it. 1, not enough income. You can't save what you do not have. There comes a point where you scrimp and save and trim and this and that or whatever, but you're still left with the carcass and you're trying to boil the bones out of it, right? That might work with soup, but that does not work. Unfortunately, it does not work when it comes to saving money. Neither does money grow on trees like our parents used to tell us way back in the day. Money doesn't grow on trees. Do you understand the value of $1? How many times have we heard similar statements like that? Trees, bananas, bushes, or whatever. People just have this analogy about money growing. It's not going to grow there, unfortunately. So here's the thing. Okay, you have to face it. You can't save what you do not have. You are faced with figuring out how to make more money, get more income in your life. We will talk further about this in future shows. Yes, we will. As a matter of fact, I'm in the middle of an ongoing project that is hopefully going to save me some money. And when it turns out, I will actually create the video to show you the end result. I'll talk more about that by the end of this show, so stick around, okay? Next, you think it's too late to save. As discussed very clearly when I asked Kate Caden from the Kate Caden channel, okay, she was on a wonderful show last Saturday night with How Debbie Saves. I mean, seriously, and with Steve Young, all 3 wonderful savers with a plethora of information. I strongly suggest you go back to that show from last Saturday night. And you think it's too late, nothing's further from the truth. Even if you start saving later in life, it is still much better than not saving at all. I know it's weekday. I have to get to the comments right away. Good morning, Lucien. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. Okay. So thinking it's too late to save is a mistake. I'll show you an analogy. There are two people, they're packing up for a trip, okay? Packing up for a trip in a car. One is packing up a bunch of complaints in his trunk or her trunk, complaining, whining, thoughtlessness, carelessness, irresponsibility. The other person is packing up budgeting, sitting down, facing the music, earning more income, frugal, not just going crazy with their money, but spending mindfully, never getting into any credit card debt forever type debt type thing. And the two people, they want to drive to the same destination. Who do you think is going to reach the right destination? The person that chose to be irresponsible, got to have it right now. And remember this, Vicky from the Living in the Moment channel. It's true because Vicky was kind enough to go back to a really old video of mine about credit cards. I have changed my thinking slightly since then. I do believe you need to keep at least one because of Mr. or Mrs. FICO score. That's why. But other than that, I'd rather just pay as I go along type thing. But that's me, one gal's opine. But the thing is, it's all about your attitude and how you approach savings. Those two people may have gotten into the same car. Those two people may have driven the same amount of mileage, but both of them arrived at two completely different destinations. What route do you want to choose? That's up to you. You give up on yourself is point number 3. Just because you may have failed in the past, and this is important actually for anything in life, just because you may have failed in the past, don't think you're a failure at all. Don't think you're a failure forever. Oh, I'm a failure. I can't do it. It's not waste, it's a waste of my time. I'm not going to be bothered with this and that. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Nice to see you, dear. Jan, I'm listening. Just hard to chat. No. Don't worry about that. You guys just enjoy the message. No worries about chatting. I recognize how early in the day it is. It's so kind of you to be here at all. So I really appreciate it. Just saying. But I mean it, not just saying. Okay, so you give up on yourself, and just because you might have failed in the past does not mean that you cannot succeed at this time. Sheila, you're so very welcome. You're so very welcome. She says, thank you for this encouragement. You're very welcome. Just because you may have failed in the past does not determine the moment of now. If you're in a bad place right now, I don't mean like environmentally, I mean like mentally, like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Sometimes it's just as horrible as being in a bad physical environment sometimes when your mind is like, wash that out of your brain. I love to use that analogy. Take the soap, like when you wash your hair in the shower. Imagine in your mind that shampoo is going deep into your brain, washing away all that negativity. And when you rinse it out, your mind is clear. You have to have a clear mind and think what? Clearly, right? Good morning, Granny Prepper. How are you today? And she's saying hello to everyone, which is very, very nice. Just because you may have failed in the past does not mean you cannot succeed at this time. You need to think more of yourself to try again. I am totally of that ethic. Sometimes people don't believe in themselves because they think really little of themselves. They just keep judging themselves by those prior mistakes, or maybe some silly bantering from someone else that really should have kept their big mouth taped up, never saying those nasty things to you. You know what I'm trying to say? But you have to, again, wash that out of your brain. There will always be naysayers, okay? For example, to this minute, I still hear some people go, boy, all this time you've been on this channel, you haven't seen, one thing yet or whatever. I said, well, I'm going to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it because, number one, I like the messages that I give to people because I believe I'm trying to help people. If not for anything else, it's worth that. So those naysayers, there will always be naysayers. Just because I might have heard a naysayer along the way, did that stop me from continuing this channel? And if you want to start a channel, do not let any naysayer get in your way, or any other business startup for that matter, okay? Never forget that. The heck with those naysayers. There will always be naysayers, no matter what you do. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how kind you are. There will always be somebody in the background going, boo, phooey on them. Phooey and fiddlestick. So there. Hey, good morning, Simply Tammy. How are you? Nice to see you here. And Sheila is interacting back and forth. And yes, I definitely need some more coffee. Yeah. Hey, let's raise our cups and cheer. It is Friday. It's Friday. La, la, la. It's Friday. Did I just do that? Yeah, I did. By the way, speaking of Kate Caden, every single Friday morning, she does an upload. I am not sure of the exact time. So head on over to that channel right away, because it could be early, but it's definitely at some point on a Friday morning. And tomorrow we have Debbie probably uploading around 11, 12 o'clock. So if you love those ladies, be on the lookout for those uploads. Oh, by the way, I must brag on two things, a couple of things, three things. Okay. Yeah. On Tuesday, I'm going to be on the How Debbie Saves channel, 7 o'clock Tuesday night. Write this down. Jan from New York City on Debbie's channel. Yeah. Of course we're going to talk about more savings. Of course we are. So that's for that. The following Sunday, are you bracing yourself for this one? If all goes well, this is tentative, okay? Not written in stone as of this moment, tentative. We have Patty from the Life with Patty channel going to come on my channel. That will be on Sunday, 1 o'clock my time, the 21st, with Money Mom. Okay, yeah, you heard me right. Yeah. Head on over there. But wait, there's more. Monday, the 22nd, I will be interviewing this wonderful two people, okay? The Long Run with Joel and Christy channel. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming up around here, and I got to update you about a few things around here too. Nice. Oh, that's right. It's a 3-day weekend. Hello. Even better. That deserves an extra sip. Get your cups out. Yay, 3-day weekend. Hello. Wow, that's very, very nice. Thank you for the reminder. I appreciate that. Okay, so giving up on yourself in life in general is always a bad thing. But if you're going to try to apply it to the method of savings, I don't care if it is $1 every couple of days. I don't care. Take that dollar, physical dollar, or if you're doing it digitally, digital dollar, whatever, put it away. I can't do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you're telling me that you can't decide to put a quarter a day away for 4 days? That equals $1. You're telling me that you can't choose to not get those extra chips that you really don't kind of like need? You're telling me you can't do that? That's not true. Believe in yourself and you can do it. Just think of how much better you'll feel knowing that the action, it's about that action more than the number. Later on, it'll be about the number. For the beginning, concentrate on the action. I mean, I've heard wonderful stories of people that did my $1 a day savings trick to this day. I aired those videos like a year and a half ago. And thank you for that. You know why? Because the method still works. That will never stop. The dollar amount is up to you. The method is the consistency every single time you can. You see that extra dollar, put it away, forget about it. Just forget about it. And with a whole bunch of forget abouts it, you're going to like remember it, if you know what I'm saying. There you go. Lucy M. Yes, it is going to be fun. Every single show I just mentioned is going to be fun. And of course, as we get closer to the time, I will remind you again. Okay? Okay. So please do not give up on yourself and do not worry about the dollar amount. Just worry about the habit. You know, we get up every day. What's the first thing most of us do immediately? Brush our teeth. Nobody has to nag you to do it, especially a grown adult. Well, you know, kids, okay. But a grown adult, do you need to be told must brush teeth? No, the first thing you want to do is brush and floss and, you know, mouthwash, whatever you're doing, your, you know, methodology of doing it. That's the first thing you want to do, first thing in the morning. Usually most people. Hopefully after big meals, yeah. After every meal would be desirable. That's not real, but you're in the habit of doing these things every day. Nobody has to keep telling you when you're 50 to keep doing those things. So why can't you apply that same habit by rote into savings? You can do this. The way you brush your teeth, the way you comb your hair, the way you change your clothing, the way you take your showers. Take the same routine and just actually include savings in it. You can do it. We can do it. Never listen to naysayers. Blah. Blah to naysayers. One more sip for naysayers. No, not for naysayers. For good sayers. There you go. Just saying. Okay. You forget to set any goals. That's a big one. There isn't any clear idea. It's like you're a balloon and you're floating around from place to place with no clear direction. Can that really work? A goal without a plan is only a wish. A goal without a plan is a distant dream. That's it. You could sit back and dream all you want. But at the end of the month, when you could have been saving that $2 a day, equaling $62 at the end of the month, hello, that's a sizable amount of money for just a stinky $2 a day savings. Hello. Think about it that way, right? Okay. So you forget to set any goals. There isn't any clear idea. Imagine 5 change jars and name each with a purpose. That's right. Name it and claim it. Imagine 5 buckets in your head, okay? Or a jar, or whatever you want, whatever works for you. Okay, let's take this, okay? Something like this, that mayonnaise jar, okay? Okay. Imagine 5 of these. Put a label on it. Now, this was used as an example in a prior video. So I called this Skinny Chicken 2-Week Fun Jar. We all know the story of the skinny chicken and the fat cat, okay? Get a jar. Doesn't have to be fancy. You have them all over the place. Just look in your fridge. Probably 99% of them come from the fridge. Clean them out when you're done, of course. Label it Vacation Fun. Label 1, like I did, Skinny Chicken here, whatever. Label 1, Money for Gas. If you think these things don't add up, or, you know, transportation, if you don't have a car, if you take trains, buses, subways, transportation, name it and claim it. Okay, that makes it real. You see, that's what makes it real. Okay. Okay, so name it and claim it, and I showed you the jar and the special savings labels that we can give. Okay. Excuse me, please. Next, you live beyond your means. How can you do that? That's like, remember Alice Cramden on The Honeymooners? She said it's like putting a 5-pound bologna in a 1-pound bag. You can't. It's just not possible. Can a 5-pound bologna fit into a 1-pound bag? I think not. Therefore, should you or can you live beyond your means? You're going to get into trouble if you do. You're going to get into thick yogurt. Not the good kind either. The yogurt that gets you into trouble. The one that you get into when you get into debt. Bad debt. Yuck. You don't want that. Comment? You love this message. Great way to start the day. I'm going for a no-spend weekend. Thank you, Sheila. Very good reminder. And I got a story for you guys. Oh, you're going to love this one. Talk about no-spend. Yes, no-spend weekends are wonderful. I fully agree. Sprinkle them on your budget calendar like Parmesan cheese, like I always say. It works. Finally, Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. You live beyond your means, you overspend on unnecessary items. Perhaps priorities aren't right. Sometimes your priorities are mixed up when you're under stress. I understand that. We are human. Life changes, things evolve, unexpected stuff happens, okay? And you're like thrown for a loop. I get it. Sometimes writing things down, no, every time writing things down, whether you're typing it in a memo on your iPad, whatever you're doing, whatever, but making it real, making it constructive. Look at the issue. Sometimes you have to look at it. Again, back to naming it and claiming, you have to like look at it and go, oh, okay, what can I do to fix this? Set up teensy weensy goals for the day. Sort of like your to-do list, but a little more important kind of thing. Like some people write down to-do lists. I must vacuum, I must sweep. Those are all important, but there are other things that are equally important as well. Okay? Okay. You live beyond your means, you overspend on unnecessary items, perhaps priorities aren't right, spending way too much on dinner out. Need I say more? And movies at the theater. With all the options we have today with streaming services, I just found a beautiful movie from the 80s totally for free, a YouTube movie called Beaches. Okay, remember that? They're offering that for free right now. YouTube, Beaches, just saying, just saying. So you just watch a few commercial ads. So what? We're used to that. We're used to that from television. So you don't have to go to the theater every single time. Astronomical. I'm not putting down the theater, but if you have savings goals and you have a large family or a small family, you just need to save or whatever your reason is, think carefully about the choices you make. Think carefully, okay? Think of the money that you could have saved, okay? And finally, yes, you really do have to change your mindset. I threw in a bonus one there about how you control money. Remember, you are in control. You are the CFO of your financials. I don't care what you watch on TV. I don't care all the stories you hear about Wall Street or whatever. They're managing their thing. You have to manage your thing, okay? Your home, your life, your family. My situation is completely different from someone else's. Your situation is completely different from my situation. To box everything into one thing, into one lump is a mistake. No, you do not worry about all that. At the end of the day, you have to worry about the bottom line of your family. So if you're a family of one, you really have to bone it up there and you really have to be an extreme CEO, CFO of your stuff. Because if you don't do it, who will? Just saying, just saying. Now, if you're in a partnership with someone or two, you got to sit down. You got to have open communication. Communication is key, especially when it comes to saving money. Am I right or am I right? I tend to think I'm right, at least on this issue. Gritty prepper. My son and his wife paid off both of their vehicles this week. Yay! So proud of them. Do I blame you? I'm proud of them too. They worked hard to get it done. Absolutely the truth. Patty says, I'm right. Aw, thank you so much. Got a little story for you. Okay. Okay, so we're talking about now how your super chats have helped, okay? We had reached $85 in super chats, and you guys are work in action. I just want to thank you for that so far, because yesterday I ordered, yes I did, I ordered a ring light with a tripod. Yes, I did. And I ordered a microphone so you hear me better. Thank you. Thank you. When I say I'm going to do something, I do something. When it shows up, I'll be the first one to do a video and to show you the results of your efforts. And I wanted to take the opportunity to thank you. There you go. But here's the backstory story. So I said, you know, Jen, I have to tell you okay, here's what's going on now. Right now, you are sitting on top of a cardboard box. That cardboard box is sitting on top of a table mate. That has been my desk for the last, 2.5 years? So I said, you know, Jen, it's time for you to start looking around for a desk. Let me just put up some comments. Hey, Sheila. That is amazing. Kudos to them, Granny Prepper. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, isn't that cool, Lucia? See, when I say something, I mean it. I'm old school, okay? I'm just saying for true. I really am old school, okay? But here's what I'm so excited about. So I said, let me look around for a desk or like a dedicated big table to work with. I looked around and some of the prices were from the sublime to the ridiculous. And you know me, I mean, I'm a frugal person. I don't just like make videos and talk about being frugal. I live frugal. I live frugally. I said, Jen, what can you do with what you have? Well, you make the best of what you have. So I'm in the process now. I'm in the middle of this project. And it occurred to me overnight. I said, I am not going to fork out money for this area that I basically need for recording my videos, doing, my live shows and stuff like that. So this may be an inspiration to you guys. So basically, I said, well, what do you have that would suffice as a desk? I'm thinking, I'm looking around, I'm thinking, and the wheels are turning. So I have these two end tables, okay? And they're not the same, but they're the same height. They're both wooden, they're both pretty, but I took out my trusty old tape measure and I measured it and it was, a certain height that it matched and everything and all. I said, well, that's nice because if you could get a nice tabletop, you have yourself a desk. By the way, think about this. Anyone contemplating getting a desk, you may have a desk in the makings right in your basement or your garage or just a spare room or whatever, as far as like the items go. So as soon as this broadcast is over, I'm going to go back to that project, which I've been working on since like, yay, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You should see me like a crazy lady going around with my tape measurer and like scratching my head. I am determined to not buy a new desk when I can work with what I have. For example, if you have two metal file cabinets, not the tall ones, the shorter ones, okay? If you have a tabletop, or you could go to the Home Depot type place and have one pre-measured and pre-cut, you're in business. And don't say you don't have workspace. You can create your own workspace as long as you have a wall. If you have a spare wall or a corner, you could create an office in a corner of any room that you like to work with. So we're going to talk more about setting up a home office. I wish I was able to show you. Literally, this is hilarious, but it's not funny. This tablet is currently resting on top of a cardboard Costco box, which is over a TableMate table. By the way, kudos to the TableMate people. This is not a sponsored ad. I've been working with this thing for a long time. It's great to lay your computer, laptop, or anything. You can adjust the height. You can eat on there. You can move it around. It falls under your table. I mean, for those that, but I didn't want to lay out any extra cash just for things that I could create myself. I really am frugal, and I'm just trying to pass along some ideas to you. Why don't we talk about home offices next week on Monday when we get back? I think that would be a great topic. So if all goes well, I'm going to create a video to show you the end result. If all goes well, then I will upload sometime this evening, anywhere after 5 or near 7, whatever the time is. But just thought that you would share in this because you've been so participating in the super chats and everything. This is called, working in action. Save whatever you can. Save whenever you can. Some people I know, they work with apps that cost them money. I work with apps. I do the freebie way until I could get it, 100% the right way. Everything I do the freebie way, okay? There's no reason not to. So give it a try. Sometimes people pay for things. They don't even like it at the end of the day. No, tread slowly when you start up a business. Tread slowly, especially when you're doing a YouTube thing. Work with your smartphone. Right now I'm broadcasting from a wonderful tablet, okay? But that was my plan B, okay? So I don't like keep using this because when plan B goes, then it's, trouble. But let's talk more next week about home officing, which a lot of people who never had to do it because of recent changes in life, all of a sudden had to develop a home office. And yes, even people who live in teensy weensy apartments, have had to create their home office. So let's talk about that, and let's see the results of my efforts tonight. I'm really hopeful, keeping my fingers crossed that this thing works out. I am no do-it-yourselfer, but some things I will not pay for if I can make it myself. Yes, I am frugal. So there. Oh, Granny says, thanks, Sheila Meese. They put a cute photo on Facebook of them jumping in the air. Okay. There you go, Sheila. Good job. Thank you. I hope so. There you go. Okay. I want to bounce back here 1 second. Okay. I'm going to replay this for those who missed. So take a minute.
Hey, as you know, this is Jan because you're watching me live, but you're also watching this video clip. What am I doing? I'm reminding you to be so kind to please give the thumbs up to this video because YouTube really appreciates it. And if you're liking what you see, please give the thumbs up. And I also would like to thank you in advance for sharing this video. That's a very, very helpful thing for whomever may be interested in such subjects. I thank you very much.
See what I mean about upgrading? Upgrading doesn't have to cost you a dime. It could cost you a little bit of time, ingenuity, and creativity. Every one of us could upgrade. We could all upgrade ourselves in some way, shape, manner, or form. And in this case, we're talking about saving. So wash away the naysaying, get into healthy habits of saving, and you and I, guess what? We can do it together. Okay. Now, I'm going to go in a minute and play my outro, and I'm waving goodbye right after the outro. Please, everyone, have a wonderful upcoming weekend. I do appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come back on Monday at 6:15 a.m. Let's have a final cup of cheer. Yippee! Celebrate this new day, new chance, new opportunity. Look forward to a bunch of really cool shows coming up in the not so distant future. And tonight, a video upload of either my success or my fail. Either way, you're going to find out. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for watching. Why? Because I really do appreciate whose time? Your time. Because I really do appreciate you. Don't forget to come back on Monday at 6:15 a.m. And by the way, if you missed anything, go back to the tons and tons of videos. We're nearing the 600 mark. I have to go check, make it official. Okay, I'm going to play the outro. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take good care. And thank you so much. Bye-bye now.